Hey YouTube, Spirit Smoker here. Enjoying a beautiful day, my day off. Smoking some of this John Bull's English blend again, the Royal English. Quite good. In my Vector black pipe. Some of you guys are familiar with the brand Vector. They're the lighters. They sell lighters. And they came out with a few pipes years ago. I haven't been able to find them online at all. I actually got this from my local brick and mortar, which is primarily a cigar shop, and apparently the salesman noticed that she also carries pipes and decided to try to sell her some pipes. Ended up selling her, I think, 3 or 4. There were 2 church wardens that were really weird looking, very like marble looking, and a couple of these. There was one like super like bright royal blue one, and then this black one. I didn't really like the black. I actually really hated this pipe at first when I got it. It had a very almost like spray paint type flavor to it. It was really bizarre. I think that they just messed up on the, I don't know if they messed up on the treatment of it or what it was, but it's like almost like they treated the inside of the bowl too. It had a really strange flavor for a while. So I ended up just building up a cake on it, and it smokes fine now. That's a nice little bulldog. So it's actually kind of funny. I suppose I'm smoking John Bull with a bulldog on it in a bulldog. So I really like this stuff. So we just had our commencement at the college that I work at 2 days ago now. Today's what, Tuesday? So yeah, 2 days ago. And Oprah was there. She was giving the commencement speech, as I mentioned in a previous video, or a couple previous videos. Michelle Kwan was actually there too, and she's really nice. They were getting honorary doctorates of various things. There were a few people there. But, so as I mentioned, Oprah was there giving the commencement speech. Let's talk about that. It's on YouTube now because, well, it was going to end up on YouTube anyway, I'm sure, but the fact that the content of the speech was a little bizarre. And I hate to say it like this, but the speech was definitely given by somebody who's a little out of touch with reality, who definitely lives in a world that is not the typical person's world. Just to give you an example of this, like I said, you can go watch the video yourself, but her ending story, after about 20 minutes of talking about herself, was about this guy that she had on her show years ago, named John Diaz, I believe was the name. I might get that wrong, but let's just say his name is John Diaz. So apparently John Diaz was on a Air Singapore flight. And if you're a huge Oprah fan, maybe you saw this episode, but she had him on and he was talking about this Air Singapore flight that crashed before takeoff. They were on the runway and it collided with another plane, and a bunch of people died and everything. So John Diaz was apparently in the front of this plane, in first class. And he said that, everything started to you know, it said that the plane, she said that the plane imploded and then exploded, which I don't know how that happens. That's like some freak of nature thing. That must be only possible on that side of the world, because I've never heard of anything imploding and then exploding. But hey, cool. So she went on to say that um, apparently John was able to get off the flight. He said he had about 12 seconds to get off this plane. And as he's running sort of out of this plane somehow, he turns around and he sees all these people in their seats on fire. And what he noticed about some of them is that the flames coming out of the top of their heads, he said he saw a light coming out of the top of their head that he believed was their auras. And that some of these auras were brighter than others. And that what he took that to mean was that some of these people lived brighter lives than the others. That their aura was as bright as the life that they had lived. Now, this is at a graduation, a college commencement speech. So her ending words to the students, to the graduates, were basically something along the lines of, make sure that your life burns bright. Well, that's a nice message. But I think we could have gotten to it a different way. Rather than talking about a plane crash and people's heads burning at different brightnesses. I gotta be honest with you, I was standing there sort of chuckling to myself, trying to keep a straight face of course, but chuckling to myself going, those ones with the brighter auras, I bet you those were the ones wearing hairspray. Oh my god. It was a bizarre speech. And I don't mean to diss Oprah or anything like that. I'm not a big fan. Like, I never watched the show when it was on or anything like that. I could give two shits about it. But, she's definitely a successful woman. And she did come from nothing. She also explained that when she was, that in her youth, she was poor. And when I think she was like 12 or something like that, her mother told them that they weren't having a Christmas this year and that Santa Claus wasn't real. And so she's saying this among a huge group of people, and there's a lot of kids in this audience, and we're all looking around like, so she just told probably a few hundred kids that Santa Claus isn't real. So that's fun. But basically that year, nuns came to their house and gave them gifts, and the mother had no idea this was going to happen, and it was totally by basically by God's will that they happened to stop at their house for this. So they ended up having a Christmas because of these nuns, and how she decided then that she would be that she wanted to give back to people who were less fortunate. So she started on a road to success, which is great. That's a great story. And but just in general, it was a very odd commencement speech, not like one I've ever heard before. So yeah, it was bizarre. That's all. I've heard a lot of commencement speeches before, and that was just strange. But, it is what it is. So, that's pretty much my story for today. I've been in contact with Jim, who won the giveaway. and we're going to be working out details for him to receive that. Thank you guys for all your support in that. I think I'm up to 83 subscribers now, so that's awesome. And I keep on getting new subscribers, even though the giveaway is over. People keep subscribing now, and I'm thrilled. I'm so elated to see that. I absolutely love it. So, but thanks guys so much for watching. Your support really means a lot, and make sure that you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It means a lot. Thanks guys for watching. Have a great day.